Good afternoon. It is November 20th, 2024. And today it's looking like it'll be a range day. Um, Here's the daily chart. So I guess Monday, yeah, Monday was an inside bar, and then we got an outside bar. And today the bulls are fighting to make this bar close bullish. But, uh, oh, it's 1 o'clock. So it just became 1 o'clock. So, I mean, it's looking bullish right now. We'll have to see what happens between 1 and 2. Um, but yeah, just looking like a range, really. So let's take a look. Here, I'll just pull up the 6,500 tick chart. So that's how it looks there. This is a better view of this channel. So we got a break, and you can see from yesterday we're just flip flopping. Uh, After that sell off a few days ago, we made two legs down to a new low. We tried to go higher, and then the bears tried to test this low again, but it looks like they failed. So the bulls kind of took that and ran today. Uh, so I do believe that this is all part of a channel. Maybe it's drawn like that. Here it's looking a little, yeah, probably better to draw it this way. I think that's about it. So let's see if there are any trades you could take off of this. Just ranging in the overnight. And 5 o'clock is right in here. Could you short this? I probably would not recommend it. Looks like you're in uh, a tight bull channel at this point, and then we get a tight bear channel, and it looks like it's like a 15 bar micro channel or so, maybe a 12 bar micro channel. Come back here, you get a second entry short off of the EMA. On my chart, this is not a good signal bar. So if you got a good signal bar here after a strong micro channel, I would say that's a high probability setup to test this low. Then again, another bear channel starts, micro channel. So when you get this first pullback, if you're feeling really aggressive, maybe you hop in there. Um, I would say you would want to try and go for more than 1-to-1 risk reward, though, because of how aggressive that is. Pullback. This kind of looks like a second entry short, but this looks like a double bottom. So not too crazy about that, but it is off of the EMA, so it's reasonable to consider. Um, I would say this is reasonable to consider as well. You might look at this as a failure, first entry, failed second entry long, or if you want to get technical, first entry, failed second entry long. And it looks like this is a lower high, but when you get into these lows, you're going into lows, you're getting very aggressive. So you have to be very aware of that and go for at least twice your risk. You get a second entry short right here, but it's just in the middle of nowhere. Getting really oversold here. We reverse. Again, a very aggressive setup here, but maybe you go for a reversal. Again, because of probabilities, you would want to go for at least twice what you risk here. But that is a failed second entry short. Uh, unless this broke lower before it broke higher, which it probably did not. So we have this bull channel, nothing in there. First entry, failed second entry right there. This just looks like a tight channel. So I mean, I don't like entering on this one simply because you don't have room to the bottom of the channel. But maybe you look at this as the failure, and you know that makes more sense because there's room to the bottom of the channel, there's room to the lows. Here you get a second entry short. And this one too, this is a situation where it looks like it could be going into the bottom of a channel. But, you know, it looks like this channel just failed. So is that the attempt at a new high? Is that the attempt at a new high? I don't know. It's a tough call. You also have a little bit more space, like you're not as far from the EMA. Here you're pretty far from the EMA, so you could expect a pullback. Here you're a little further or a little closer to the EMA, so you might expect a move down. Make this double bottom here, and that creates this crazy move up. With how bearish this bar is, you know, and if you put a bull bar or if you put a buy order right there, um, you know, I wouldn't blame anybody because if that fails, then maybe you got something. We come up here and we hit this price level, so it's reasonable to expect some resistance here. So with that being said, you get a nice lower high, nice bear signal bar. I think it's reasonable to take that. I don't think you want to take this long, even though it's a low risk and it's off the EMA, because we flip-flopped here, and we might flip-flop again. Strong move below the EMA, bounces. You want to look to get short up here. I don't think you want to go short right there. Maybe right here, but it's better to wait for a lower high and we just get sideways stuff. Double bottom, it rockets up, and I think at this point that's a nice second entry long. We're now making higher lows pretty consistently. With how nice that setup looks, you might want to take that, and it is an excellent entry. So always be thinking in probabilities. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back tomorrow.